attitude. Good morning, good people. It's your girl Love, and welcome back to another midweek edition of Earth is Ghetto, where the coffee's strong, the rent's due, and humanity's still trying to act like it's got sense. It's Wednesday, October 8th, which means we're halfway through the week. Praise reports and petty thoughts are both welcome. The vibes today: stay hydrated, mind your business, and if your boss is tripping, just remember, Earth is still ghetto and you still clocked in. We'll get into today's stories, the midweek madness, and of course a little laugh to keep the stress levels holy. So sit tight, breathe deep, and don't forget, it's ghetto, but we gon' make it classy. Let's get into it.
What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Man, fighting with ChatGPT. She act like she don't remember the name of the podcast half the time. I mean, these things have you working. They try to act like they don't remember anything, but I only do this with her every day, and some days she gets amnesia. But how y'all doing today? It's Wednesday. It's trash day, one of my favorite days of the week. It's chilly where I am, but I love it. But I think it's supposed to warm up again. But my allergies is kicking my butt, for real. Me and my husband both woke up with stuffy noses. Other than that, went to the gym today. That was dreadful because I did not sleep well due to the stuffy nose, but I got it done. I got everything taken care of, and I've been watching Halo on Netflix. It's really good. Unfortunately, there's only 2 seasons because I guess it's super expensive to make, so there's that. Other than that, y'all, I don't have too much to yap about, so I'm just gonna drop right into this news. So Brian Allen says that Marjorie Taylor Greene just confirmed that what we all have known: the GOP-controlled Senate used the nuclear option to override the 60-vote rule and confirm over 100 Trump nominees. But here's the kicker: they're refusing to use the same rule to end the shutdown, proving they can't but won't. They're keeping the government closed on purpose. Today is I love me some ham. Tony B's birthday. Tony Braxton, 58, looking good. Authorities in Indiana said they are investigating the case of a 46-year-old woman who was reported missing last week following a suspicious fire at her home. Federal funding for air travel in rural areas will run out on Sunday if the government shutdown continues. The TSA is warning iPhone users to stop using this dangerous setting. BGR reports the world is elated over the rollout of iPhone 17 and iOS 26, but Apple's cutting-edge software could throw its users into troubled waters. Airport things is not safe, y'all. The Florida authorities released body cam footage that appears to show a dog leading a deputy to a woman reported missing by her husband that night. I'm gonna bite. Where was she? Let's see. Where was the lady? He said the lady was missing for an hour. The video does not show the woman, but Miller describes her to the sheriff as lying on the sidewalk. Miller tells the woman that the dog helped find her, so I guess she was lying on the sidewalk. And she was so happy. She said, "Grandma loves you." I know my dog wouldn't do all that. Conor McGregor's return to combat has been further delayed. On Tuesday, UFC announced that the former UFC featherweight and lightweight champion has been suspended for 18 months after violating the whereabouts policy under the promotion's anti-doping program. Leave that dope alone. Offset is finally responding to rumors that he slept with fellow Migos member Quavo's ex-girlfriend Sweetie. He recently talked to Keke Palmer on her podcast. He pretty much said that he didn't sleep with Sweetie, and him and Quavo's things deeper than that, is what he said. Third person passes away from methanol poisoning in Brazil. That's kind of crazy. Dolly Parton's sister asked for prayers as the country legend deals with health challenge. Come on, Dolly, pull through. Inhalers produce as much carbon emissions as over 500,000 cars. I mean, but what y'all gonna do? Make the people stop? This was so cute. So somebody seen Danny Glover at the airport, and he tells him to stop whispering because he's on the phone with his boo. Look at Danny. I'm almost close to forgiving him for what he did in The Color Purple, but he's still alive. A Los Angeles jury late Monday ordered Johnson & Johnson to pay $966 million to the family of a woman who passed away from mesothelioma, finding the company liable in the latest lawsuit alleging its baby powder products caused this cancer. So my husband, we don't use that no more. Iraq has released more than 35,000 people from prisons and detention centers under a wide-reaching amnesty law passed earlier this year. Colorado coach Deion Sanders will undergo a procedure that's related to his blood clots with the hope of being back at the practice the next day and on the sideline this weekend against Iowa State. Oh, Jerry Jones get fined $250 for flashing the middle finger to a Jets fan. That ain't nothing but $25 to him. One of the most iconic symbols in Miami Beach is gone after crews with Florida Department of Transportation removed the rainbow crosswalk from Ocean Drive on Sunday night. Ex-escort spills tea on Cassie, says she made him do things and he plans to sue for justice. He's going to try to get some coin. A Connecticut woman was arrested on Friday and is charged with attempted unalivement after she admitted to poisoning her estranged husband wine with active ingredient in automobile antifreeze. Toyota is recalling nearly 400,000 vehicles because the rearview camera may not display when backing up. The fact that people have cameras and still don't know how to back up. Rescue efforts continue for hundreds of hikers on Mount Everest trapped in that snowstorm. Browns are trading QB Joe Flacco and 6th-round pick to the Bengals for 5th pick per Adam Schefter. President Trump doesn't commit to back pay for furloughed workers during the shutdown. Supreme Court justice seemed poised to rule against Colorado's ban on conversion therapy for minors. LeBron James is not retiring. He's got some kind of other commercial or something coming out. Taylor Swift, the original release of a Showgirl, released in cinemas for 3 days and only pulled in 50 million globally. Greta Thunberg responds back to Trump. She said, I heard Donald Trump once again has expressed his very flattering opinions on my character, and I appreciate his concerns for my mental health. To Trump, I would kindly receive any recommendations you might have to deal with these so-called anger management problems, since judging by your impressive track record, you seem to be suffering from them too. Greta is a force, okay? The Federal Aviation Administration was experiencing staffing issues, and they were anticipating shortages at airports and other air traffic control facilities in the United States due to the shutdown. Attorney General Pam Bondi defended herself against Democratic criticism that she had weaponized the Justice Department at a Tuesday congressional hearing where she was set to face questions over political pressure on our law enforcement agency to pursue President Donald Trump's perceived foes. The violence comes as tensions grow between the central government in Damascus and Kurdish authorities in northeast Syria. CDC Director Jim O'Neill calls on vaccine manufacturers to develop separate shots for measles, mumps, and rubella instead of current vaccine, which combines the three. Trump says he would consider invoking the Insurrection Act if necessary. Israeli tanks, boats, and jets pounded parts of Gaza on Tuesday, giving Palestinians no respite on the anniversary of Hamas' attack that led to 2 years of war and underlying challenges at the talks on Donald Trump's plan to halt conflict. 3 people have been taken to hospitals in critical condition after a medical helicopter crashed onto a California freeway.
About this moment that is trying to make people feel like they've lost their mind. When in fact, these motherfuckers are crazy.
See, Kamala should have been talking like that when she was running. People might have believed her. Alright. See what else we got. social media. Personality star Iman, whoever, was assaulted by security while leaving a function. I don't know who he is. Donald Trump reacts to Bad Bunny headlining the Super Bowl. What did he say? Because I don't feel like hearing it. He said he don't know who he is. And he doesn't know why they're doing it. It's crazy. Brandy and Monica on their new Essence photo shoot. They got all the photo shoots. Look good, girls. Somebody tried the Arby's steak nuggets and they said they taste like deer ankles, which was funny. Somebody said, y'all still eat Arby's? Unfortunately, I ate it like 2 weeks ago, and I don't know what was wrong with me. I wasn't hungry. It was just right by the gym. Stomach sound like Timberland boots in the dryer. Deer ankles. Y'all love that little deer ankle joke. From homeless to a millionaire in just 1 year, a man buys his father a $400,000 home in cash. I know that's right. Pooh Shiesty has been released from federal prison after serving 5-year sentence. Only reason I know him is because everybody talks about the Pooh Shiesty mask. And now, yeah, everybody wears them. Somebody said Eazy-E was so fine she would have caught it. And somebody said, are you talking about HIV? Woman refuses to let passengers exit off an airplane until her daughter, who's seated several rows behind her, be let out first. See, this is why I don't like flying. This is why. Because I can't. I just can't. People are so nuts in the airport. It's like they get crazier at the airport. Missouri man charged with kidnapping after allegedly signing a 13-year-old girl out of school to play video games. Now, how do you do that? And who let him go? I don't even like reading HOA stories because they just give me PTSD. I can't. Erica Campbell wants to know how do y'all eat plain tortillas? Like, y'all don't warm them up or nothing. Y'all just eat them straight out of the bag. I mean, I guess if you're... The only time I've ever did that is like if I'm counting my calories or something. And believe me, it's not that fun, but I have done it. It wasn't for fun, for sure. Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens' movements infiltrates HBCUs on a debate tour. They could let them not come there. Alright, y'all. All the other news is kind of super repetitive, so I'm gonna go to my story time and see what I got.
Okay, so basically, and her skin is glowing. Matter of fact, she also started doing it to her husband, and his skin is glowing, you know? So basically, and as you see, I'm applying a good amount because you want to let that sit in, okay? So basically, sorry, babe. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of losing track here. Get it all over as much as you can, okay? It might smell a little weird, but not too much, right?
Why is it cold?
Oh, sorry. Well, it was warm, but okay. Anyway, so basically, y'all, what she does is she waits till she is on her menstrual cycle, and then wait till she's on her menstrual cycle. Wait till not the first day because it's more spotting than anything.
Hey.
Wait till you get to the second or.
Hey, stop playing with me.
What?
Is that period blood?
Yes.
Oh, babe. I know you lying.
It's natural.
Babe, please tell me this is a prank.
Why would it be a prank?
What? You're playing with me, right?
No, but it's about to drip into your beard.
Babe.
Let me brush it.
No, don't touch me.
Why?
Don't touch me.
Why are you okay?
Babe.
So
No, not okay. You did not just put period blood.
that's the it's coming in your beard over here.
Babe.
It's the all natural.
Why would you do that? How is that funny?
I'm not laughing.
Babe, why would you put that mess on my face?
It's a mask.
That's-
Exfoliate
You
your
don't
skin.
put period blood on your face for a mask. How is that gonna make my skin glow and exfoliate? My skin was fine the way it is. That's why I'll be letting you do masks. Why would you?
Why are you getting mad?
Babe, please tell me this is a joke.
It's not, babe. The evidence is right here.
my God, babe.
Why are you getting mad?
You better stop playing with me. Hey, you play too much. That's nasty. Who does that? That's why you gotta stop watching them people do this mess.
Why are you getting mad?
Because see,
I'm
you
not
just be-
lying.
No, you just. That's why I told you Pinterest is not for everybody. You just be on there just finding mess and doing dumb stuff.
I said TikTok.
That's why those recipes don't never have no flavor, no seasoning.
Okay,
You
now
just
my
have-
cooking?
No, I'm just saying. That's why I said don't use Pinterest.
I said
That's not
TikTok.
for us. Golly, on TikTok, you need to change your algorithm. Yeah, get the camera on my.
He was too nice because if I would have did that to my husband, he would have died. And then sweet as can be. You got it. Go on, baby. You know, Babyface be on that treadmill. He still got it though. Listen, I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this, but go on, Babyface. So this fool thought somebody stole his bag, but you know, my husband always asks me like, how's the Stairmasters always breaking? Because of people like this. People like this.
I swear to you, I'm about to crash out from having to manage Gen Z because I just can't do it. How am I 44 years old and I'm moving 3 times as fast as a 22-year-old? And heaven forbid you try to reprimand them because, they just can't take it. Like, girl, did your back go out of alignment when you sneezed today? Oh, it didn't? Then get on the floor and get working. And if I have to hear one more thing about this white bread mayonnaise sandwich Taylor Swift album, I'm crashing out.
He made a lot of people mad with that.
This is just another reminder that Theo Vaughn is a 45-year-old grown man who is publicly crashing out because his Netflix special completely failed. He was unprepared. He's not a comedian. He did not write any jokes. He did not tell any jokes. The crowd was virulently racist, chanting out slogans. And then afterwards, he said he was going to commit himself and did a podcast after that for attention, saying the I country was a threat to him, which is insane, and the magosphere laughed at him saying, "You're not that important, bro, calm down." Then, on ESPN Game Day, got swerved by a girl 20 years younger than him. It was awesome. I'm former MLB agent Joshua Kuznick, and the worst part of Theo Vaughn is that there are people out there that thinks he gives a shit about freeing Palestine. He's friends with Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner is the architect of destroying Palestine. During the Reconstruction, he most certainly will be implementing another Nakba and paying people in an imaginary crypto. Why doesn't Theo Vaughn go tell his buddy, since he's 45 years old with no family, hey, why don't you free Palestine, instead of fucking telling us so no one criticizes him? He is an anti-Semitic bigot pushing conspiracy theories. Fuck him, lights out, bong.
You heard it here.
Disclaimer! Here is a quick rundown on how we got up to these events and what's happened. But before then, let me tell you all who I am. Hello, my name is Elisha Niles. If you're from Detroit, you already know who I am. If you're not, hello, welcome. I have been telling my business on social media since 2007. If you've never met anyone who don't give a fuck, I'm her. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about no outsiders' opinions. I don't give a fuck about strangers' opinions. And I damn sure don't give a fuck about no families' opinions or judgment. Therefore, I freely tell my business because there's not nobody in America with tea on me. And I don't give a fuck if somebody's saying something, okay? It's not gonna hurt my feelings, baby. I done been through too much in life. I got tough skin. And that's how I'm freely able to tell my business online. Okay, so fast forward from there. Why are we here? Why are you airing out all your sister's business? 3 years ago, I got on this app and told people I was talking to a married man. That ended with my mother's car being set on fire. A lot of you probably saw the video. I would not reinsert it. However, somebody else is probably playing it right now on their page. It was a viral video, 10 million views before they got it put down. Everybody saw it. After that, I deleted all my social medias, baby. I had about 30,000 followers on Facebook, 20,000 followers on TikTok. I didn't care. I deleted all my socials. I was in a deep, dark depression. I sent my kids to live with their dads. I started therapy. I got back into my Bible. And I have not been on social media for 3 years, okay? Unfortunately, this is not how I wanted to make my debut back on social media. I thought I was going to be able to come over here and, become a gym baddie. Give y'all gym content, and some Bible verses. But, unfortunately, I have family members who want to keep triggering my trauma. I go to therapy. If you were on my page yesterday, I don't have the video anymore, but I mentioned I go to therapy to heal my childhood trauma, right? And I also want to take a moment to apologize to my therapist because I know you're watching this. And unfortunately, I know what the fuck. It's going to be a lot to talk about on Thursday. I know. And I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck did you unblock your family? And now I know why you were in agreement with me blocking them, and I unblocked them. And this is what happens when you unblock toxic family. You get sucked back into this Niles bullshit. I blocked all my family 3 years ago. Family group chat, everybody's trying to attack me over a car fire. If I'm already feeling down and low, you think I'm about to sit up here and allow 6, 7 siblings to sit up here and attack me? No. So what did I do? I blocked them and went on with my life. I did. As I should. Okay? Y'all not for me. I get that. Cool. Thank you. I already knew y'all weren't for me. But after that car...
She take it too long. And I ain't from Detroit. So my ADD won't allow this. She's still live right now.
How lazy are you?
I'll marry a pregnant woman.
How?
He said, I'm so lazy, I'll marry a pregnant woman.
I don't mean to be too political on here, but I sure would love if ICE would stop deporting all the guys that run and train on me at the Motel 6. Please book a cameo. Link in bio.
She need her coin and she need them guys.
I used to be addicted to playing with myself. One time I twiddled my Skittle 10 times in one day. I remember because it was my record. Never did that shit again, okay? My bean almost turned to paste the way I was flicking, rubbing, and buzzing the hell out of that motherfucker. I mean, I really had a serious problem. Anytime I could, I would. One time, my grandma almost actually caught me, and I had to shove the shoulder massager I was using into my pants and hide behind the deep freezer because my dumb ass thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and do it right there in the kitchen. And don't you know it turned on? Yeah, thank God my grandma's always been hard of hearing. Anyway, I'm saying all of this because, ironically, I was at one of the most lowest and depressing points in my life when I was doing all of this. I was addicted to the pleasure because I was living in hell. It was my distraction, my escape, my muse, and my drug. The dopamine rush I got from making myself squirm around like Crocker when he says Fairly Odd Parents was literally the only thing keeping me going.
At least that was the drug she was on.
Can you get off my computer? I have to work. I have to work. I know.
Dogs really don't be wanting you to earn that coin.
When I was 4 or 5 years old, I was left in the custody of my father, me and my brother was, because my mom went to prison. While we was living with my dad, he would just abandon us from time to time. He would leave us in his apartment for like weeks at a time. And I just knew how to, at 4 and 5 and 6 years old, take care of my brother and take care of me without needing an adult. I could just do it. And one time, during this time that he had been off on a bender, I go downstairs to take the trash to the dumpster. As I'm throwing the trash up in the dumpster, I hear something wrestling behind the dumpster. Now, being in the world that I've been in, I knew not to look around and investigate to get my ass back upstairs. But I heard somebody go, "Psst, hey." And I turned around and I was like, yeah. And they was like, "Psst, hey." And I was like, hey. And they were like, "Hey, it's me, your mom, motherfucker." And I was like, oh, shit. And it was my mom. I had not seen her in a while. She looked a little different. I was like, "What are you doing back there?" And she said, "Is your dad up there?" I said, "No, he ain't been here in weeks." She said, "Weeks?" I said, "Yeah, he ain't been here in weeks." She's like, "Who you fucking up there with?" And at the time, I was up there with my dad's girlfriend. And she had just stopped by just to check some shit out to make sure that we were good. And I was like, "Oh, Michelle's up there." She was like, "All right." She was like, "I'll be back," and jumps in this car with her friend Judy and flies off, like her hair in the wind and everything. And shit was wild. So I go upstairs and I don't say nothing to neither of them. And we get ready for bed and we're laying down. Next thing I know, I hear a boom, boom, boom on the fucking door. I raise up real fast and I look at my brother and I was like, "Mom's here." And as soon as I said that, the door flew off the fucking hinges. My mom, all I seen was the figure of my mom standing in the light of the apartment complex, and the fucking wind off the door, you could feel it blow her back. And I swear to God, she had a fucking cape on. And she came in and kidnapped us, and she smacked Michelle in the face, and we were on the run for like 9 months. But
they need to do a story over this girl's life.
My dad would never go in a park and behind bushes and, stuff like that. So I was shocked about that.
One Sunday, Dennis preached a horrible sermon, and I was sitting next to his mother, and his mother said, "Now you just look around, whoever he's fucking is right in front of you." The rumor was that Dennis was seeing LeVar, the man he'd begged me to hire as a teacher in the child care center I had been running for a decade. And I called Dennis, and I asked Dennis, was this true? He didn't deny it. He did admit it was.
I don't like all that laughing around me when I don't know what the fuck going on. Because what the fuck going on? Bitch, because why y'all laughing? I'm confused. Because then the minute I'm going to start thinking y'all time at me. Because I'm confused. And when I get confused, my hands and shit, they start swinging, Cause what the fuck going on? Why y'all laughing? Can I be in on the joke too? Because I'm telling you, once I get confused, my arms, they just start swinging. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like to get into arguments. Because, bitch, you confuse me in an argument and I go to swinging. What, bitch? The fuck you just said to me, ho? Did you just call me a twisted up banana? Wait a minute, bitch. Bitch, cause what that mean? Bitch, I'm swinging all on you, bitch. Don't do me. Cause why is everybody laughing? I don't like that. Like, why would you include me on the joke? Everybody laughing and I don't know what's going on. Now I'm sitting here like, bitch, y'all talking about me, ain't it? Cause y'all talking about me. You gotta be. And that's all I can figure out. You gotta be.
He know.
Yeah, I be this close. I be this close to doing it. I be this close to doing it, right? But then I turn around and tell my bitch ass up, like, you're not gonna do shit. Like, you're not about it. You're not about it. You can't do it. You can't. Yeah, I be this.
So true.
Anybody got the parent that they don't do no feelings, they just provide and protect. That's it. Like, provide and protect. Anything outside that between you, streets, and Jesus, you gotta figure it out on your own. Ain't no financial literacy, ain't no emotional intelligence, you just gotta figure it out. The streets gonna teach you. My dad don't do no feelings. I'm like, Dad, I said, Dad, I love you, man. I said, Dad, you love me? And you got somewhere to stay, don't you? Hey, look like love to me. Hey, look, if you don't like the way I love you, your mama, the dog, your sister, hey, look, outside ain't crowded, okay? There's plenty of room outside. He said outside ain't crowded. Hey, outside ain't crowded. If you don't like the way I love, there's plenty of room outside. My dad funny too. He don't be doing no feelings. He will not call and tell me he missed me. My dad called me like, hey, look, I ain't heard nothing from you. How you been? I ain't heard nothing from you. I used to talk to you all the time, but I ain't heard nothing from you. How you doing? I ain't heard nothing from you. I miss you too. Hey, I ain't heard nothing from you.
Sometimes those are the best parents.
Why did the Mexican have to take anxiety medication? To help with Hispanic attacks?
My husband's gonna hate this joke.
Shut down corner, boy. Training camp 2025, boy. First preseason game over with, boy. A whole lot of y'all ain't do shit, boy. Boy, Travis Hunt, I seen you, boy. 2 receptions, 9 yards, boy. Boy, you talking about playing both ways. You might need to play just one way, boy. Cam Ward, I see 67 yards, boy. Did nobody show out but you do it, boy. I keep telling y'all that.
Somebody give him a podcast.
And if I'm finna start the free trial, what the fuck you need my credit card for? Like, I'm starting a free trial, it's free. What do you need my information for? We could talk about you charging me after it's time for me to be charged. Right now, this shit is free. What you need my motherfucking card? And if I'm finna...
So true. I don't even know why that's illegal.
I don't even want to be in a relationship when I'm drunk. When I'm sober, I won't even talk to you. I don't even want to.
You know your daddy? Bro, you the only black person in here. I gotta connect. Bro, your mom's white? Oh, you adopted? Yeah. Damn. What's your name, brother? Terry. Terry? That's what they gave you? They gave you Terry? Tremaine. Yeah, niggas say that, motherfucker. You think I want to hear Terry? I don't give a fuck about no Terry, bro. Tremaine up in this bitch, bro. Yeah, don't ever say Terry, bro. Oh, hell yeah. I see you, black man. There you are. Tremaine, come on, bro. There's 3 of us in here, motherfucker, okay? Bro, what's your name, bro? Reed. Reed? Nah. Nah, right? We ain't going with Reed, bro. It better be Rodarius, bro. It better be Rodarius. You better come with a new name, bro. Redontre. Redontre? Thank you, nigga.
Not Redontre.
Imagine me being bothered by somebody that don't like their motherfucking self. How is you beefing with me when you got an enemy in the mirror? New plan. Go in the mirror, get ass naked. When you happy, then come back, I'll argue with you. Until then, leave me alone. Anybody can get it.
Facts.
I'm gonna be honest, your soulmate might be a chicken tender or a 6-piece cheese stick. Who knows, Wench? I'm gonna be honest.
He ain't lying though.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Hold on.
You can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family.
My fault. I didn't even know she was. I didn't know she was dying for real.
We've got
Yo,
millions
you alright? Oh my God.
days available.
Yo.
22 kilograms of packets included.
Cool. Yo, what's up?
Jet 2 holidays. Holidays you can trust. Optional protected.
Yo, bro, I thought she was playing. Yo, why y'all crazy? Come on, Auntie, you good? You good?
Oh, really? I'm out my way.
Yo, Auntie. Yo, no way, son. Damn, son.
Get Auntie out there, Pooh.
So, boom, you just got finished throwing it back and busting it wide open for me, and you mean to tell me you forgot to turn your location off? And now your girlfriend beating down my door? Oh, brother. Somebody in the comments asked me, so how was it when me and Yami was doing a grown-up? And honestly, it was a 10 out of 10. She had me hitting the falsetto, and that was probably one of my first times doing so. So I'm just like, dang, this is really crazy. You could tell that either she hasn't had any for a long time, or maybe someone wasn't hitting the right places at all the right times and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you know what? It was 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. Not for y'all, though. Hold on. Not too much. Once we got done, we didn't even really get a chance to lay up and talk about it. We didn't get a chance to cuddle and laugh about, oh, I had you like this. Oh, no, I had you like that. Because it was a beating on the door as soon as Yami realized, like, dang, I forgot to unshare my location. She must have already knew Kelly was going to come looking for her. So, all right, Kelly at the door, she yelling and screaming. She like, oh, you got me messed up, this, and that. Like, I wish you would open the door, come outside, don't be scary. You know what I'm saying? She doing all these threats and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I'm still in a state of shock. More so just because of what happened between me and Yami was glorious. But also because it's like, dang, she just came over there and knocked you out cold. You were supposed to be so drunk. Now all of a sudden, you at my crib, beating down my door, asking for her to come out. So I'm looking at Yami trying to see what she gonna do. And yo, I'm not gonna lie, she looked scared. She looked terrified. And that kind of threw me off because I'm like, you just literally just burst in the house when we was there. And you, boom, you knocked the girl down to the ground. And now it's just kind of, she was looking at me like, don't open the door. Me not really knowing what's going on, I'm like, come on, like, what's the worst that could happen? She probably just want to talk. Like, come on, I don't want her to get me kicked out of my apartment at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, the leasing agents, they was real strict on that. No loud noise, no drama, no nothing. Like, look, I'm gonna open the door, I'm gonna go outside and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Just put your clothes on, relax. I got you. Don't worry about it. Y'all, I didn't even get a chance to unlock the bottom lock all the way because the minute I had it a little bit halfway, Callie pushed the door in, almost knocked me down to my death. At this point, the door swung back so fast, and she was already inside the house looking for Yami. And I'm just like, okay, maybe she just don't want to talk. Okay, maybe I got it wrong. At this point, Yami has locked herself in my bedroom. I had a 1-bedroom apartment at that time, so it's just the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, and the bedroom. So, you know, Callie is beating on the door. I'm telling Callie, like, bro, like, just chill. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, just talk to her. All this that just happened at the crib. Like, it don't even got to be on that type of time. She like, nah, you don't understand this B word. She always be trying to do stuff like this. She be wanting people to feel sorry for her. Like, y'all, she was going hard. So I'm like, Callie, you not going to get her to come out if you yelling and screaming and beating on the door. Like, calm down. She's like, I can't calm down. I don't want to talk. She already know what I'm here to do. I always tell her about disrespecting me, what's going to happen. She already know not to play with me. And I'm just kind of looking at her like, what the fuck you feeling like? Like, who you feeling like? Yami is screaming through the door. She like, Callie, leave me alone. Like, it's done. It's over. I don't care no more. Like, you're not about to keep controlling me. You can keep whatever. You don't have to give me my stuff back. Just leave. I'm not leaving with you. Like, I'm done with you. She kept saying that stuff over and over. Callie, on the other hand, she like, nah, you got me messed up. You ain't nothing without me. You wouldn't have nothing without me. I'm the reason why this. I'm the reason why that. I've been taking care of you this whole time. You broke. You this, y'all. Callie started dragging Yami for filth. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm starting to figure out who was lying and who wasn't. Callie even started bringing up personal issues. Like, remember when your mama needed this? Like, y'all couldn't help her out. I had to go and do this. Like, you never had nothing. The only thing you good for is looking good because outside of that, you don't know how to do this. You ain't never really had no job. You don't got no accomplishments to your name. Yo, she was just dogging her out. And the type of person I am, especially after them dating for 4 years, that's just some type of stuff you don't do. I was not feeling that at all. I'm just like, oh, so she just letting it all fly. Yami is like, I don't care what you say about me. Just leave. It is what it is. Like, you cheated on me so many times. And now that I'm about to walk out, you know, so now you want to act a fool. Y'all, Callie said, and so what? I'm the one with the money. I can cheat. I pay all the bills. I can cheat. And ooh. See? And that's why I be telling y'all be out here looking for the people with money, and you need to become that person with money, because once that person with money take back the money from you, what you gonna do?
I don't know.
Alright, boom. Story time on how my ex-girlfriend killed my new girlfriend in front of my face. I tried to leave this story time alone. I really did want to leave it alone. It's been 5 years, but people just can't seem to let me move on with my life and let me go on about my business. So now I'm gonna get into it. Y'all wanted to paint me as the villain for years. I let it go. I let y'all have it because I wanted to heal, and I wanted to heal in peace. But since y'all want to keep on painting this narrative, y'all want to keep on making YouTube videos about me, y'all want to keep on trying to assassinate my character, let's get into it, baby. And everything that I come with is receipts and it's facts. This is going to be the story about Jayla English. Jayla English is my girlfriend that got killed. Brittany Lynn is my ex-girlfriend that killed her. I met Brittany Lynn in prison. I can get into a whole nother story time of why I was in prison. I always choose the most toxic people to be with. I'm not sure why. That's on me. Me and Brittany ended up dating while we were in prison. It was a very, very toxic relationship. It was very toxic. And I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming me. I'm just saying totally the relationship was toxic. When I got out of prison, because I got out of prison before her, I was 100% faithful. I was not messing with nobody. But when I got out of prison, I went to a halfway house. Mind you, I did my whole full time, but the only reason why I had to go to the halfway house is because I didn't have an approved address. So I had to go to a halfway house. When I was at the halfway house, I did not mess with nobody at all. 100% faithful. But sorry y'all, my phone was saying that it was dead. But that's where I met Jayla. I met Jayla in the halfway house. Mind you, I had seen her in prison before, but me and Jayla did not become cool until I was in the halfway house. Jayla had a girlfriend who was still in prison, and I had a girlfriend who was still in prison. So most of our time at the halfway house, it was consumed with us answering prison phone calls. That's what we used to do, answer prison phone calls, and we would laugh and we would joke. Laugh and joke, that's it. She used to call me Africa because I had braids. I used to have braids in my hair, so she used to call me Africa. That was her nickname for her. It never was nothing. Like, it never was no flirting. It never was nothing. Like, me and Jayla was just cool. She knew that I had a girlfriend. I knew that she had a girlfriend. In the midst of all of this, I find out that my girlfriend has been cheating on me in prison. Not only has she been cheating, but she's been cheating with my enemies too. Like, you're cheating with people who don't even like me. That's weird. That's weird. And Jayla's girlfriend was cheating on her. So mind y'all, I told you, me and Jayla was cool. Like, we was just cool. That was my dog. Me and Jayla ended up just talking. Like, we're talking about our problems. We're talking about our problems about our girlfriends and stuff. And it ends up becoming more. And mind y'all, don't worry about my lip. That's a whole nother story time. But me and Jayla end up becoming cool. Like, we just kept confiding in each other. Like, we was doing, like, you know how you just be venting. Like, we was venting to each other a lot. Long story short, Brittany ended up getting out. I'm dumb. Like I said, I'm used to toxic situations. I've been in prison. That's what it is. Like, prison relationships are very toxic. Like, they're just very fucking toxic. So Brittany got out. I want to still try to work it out. Even though you've been cheating on me in prison. I have not cheated on this hoe at all. I ain't fucked nobody. I ain't kissed nobody. I ain't did nothing. I haven't done nothing. So she get out. I just can't. When she get out, I just can't fuck with it. You know how, like, once you done with somebody, you're just done. You're just done. So I tell her, like, I'm done. She refused to leave my house. She did not want to leave my house. Mind you, I had a roommate. So let's not say my house. I had a roommate. She refused to leave my house. So Jayla told me I could come to her house. But this was before, because before, when it first happened, hold on, let me rewind, because there's so much shit that happened before then. When it first happened, when I first tried to leave, this bitch stole my car keys. So I had Jayla come get me from the house. But I'm not stupid. I don't want to put Jayla in a weird position. I had Jayla park around the corner. And I walked to around the corner. And that's when Jayla came and got me. So me and Jayla went around the corner and we waited like a couple minutes. Well, not more than a couple minutes. We waited probably like 30 minutes for her to like calm down and go like back in the house. And I snuck. So anyways, long story short, I ended up going to a hotel because Jayla had to work that night and she worked third shift. I didn't want to, she told me I can just go to her house, but I didn't want to be in her house overnight because she lived in the hood. So I didn't want to be there by myself overnight. So I went to a hotel. Y'all, I don't know how this bitch Brittany found me, because that's my ex's name. This bitch found me somehow because the next morning I woke up, my tires was flat. How was my tires flat? How did you find out where I was at? So from there, Jayla said, come to her house. Like, no, we're not about to keep doing this. Like, just come to your house. Come to her house. So then, when I moved in with Jayla, that's when shit started becoming romantic. Like, her girlfriend was she and my girlfriend was she, and we had already been close. Like, it just started. Like, it just naturally just did that. Mind y'all, I told y'all that when Brittany first got out, I did give her a chance. Like, I gave her a chance. I let her, come stay at where I was staying or whatever, and I gave her my old iPhone. Well, when me and Jayla finally decided that, we gonna be something more than friends, I cut Brittany completely off. That made her lose her mind. She had my old iPhone, so she was able to hack into all of my accounts from my old iPhone. All of my accounts, because she had my iCloud logged in. So she logged into my Facebook, my Instagram. She was on my shit, posting crazy shit, like talking shit about Jayla, trying to make it seem like it was me. Whole time, nigga, it's not me. And Jayla knows it's not me, because you're standing right next to me. Like, it's not this bitch. This bitch is crazy. Y'all, so I called the police, because I'm not even a police. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. She hacked into my Cash App and all my bank accounts, too, and stole every dollar I had, every last dime I had. So yes, I called the police, and I'm not even a police ass bitch. I don't even play with the police like that. But yes, I absolutely called the police. I made a report. They did absolutely nothing. She cashed out the money to her father. Her father refused to give me my money back too. So this is a conspiracy at this point. So all right, bitch. Okay, I can't get my money back, but you're gonna give me that phone because you're not gonna be able to keep hacking into all my accounts. So the very next morning, I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I knew she was gonna be asleep. I pulled up to the house. I called the police. Yes, thank you. Give me my phone. The police walked into the house. That bitch had the phone. They're like, she's like, this is my phone. They're like, let me see the phone. My face is on the motherfucking screensaver. They're like, this is her on the screensaver. They're like, but she's like, but that's my girlfriend. Bitch, I'm not your girlfriend. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So then they go to the how you can go to your settings and go to the iCloud. They say, man, be fucking for real. This is her whole government name right here. Give me this fucking phone. They gave me the phone. So from there, that bitch was not able to hack into my accounts before. But oh shit, I keep so much shit to the story. I keep forgetting. I forgot to tell y'all that before then, that bitch, remember I said she had my email. I ordered DoorDash while I was at Jayla's house. You know how DoorDash sends you a confirmation to your email? It sent a confirmation to the email. That bitch called me immediately like, yeah, bitch, and I know where you at, and blah, 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 because she was logged into my account. That's how she found out where the fuck me and Jayla was at. Never would I ever tell that bitch where the fuck we was at. Like, y'all really been trying to drag my name, and I'm really dead ass tired of that. Don't never play with me like that. I have never been that type of person. I stand on business, and I stand on morals. I would never put Jayla in a position like that. Even if I still wanted to fuck with Brittany, I would never put Jayla in a position like that, because she's the innocent party. Like, I'm really dead ass irritated as fuck right now, because I've been on the internet arguing with bitches all motherfucking morning. Like, I'm the bad person, when the love of my life is the person that got shot in my face 6 times. Are y'all okay? And then before I could even grieve it, everybody decided to go on the internet and try to drag me. Baby, I got receipts for days. I still have my old phone. With every message when Brittany was threatening me and I was motherfucking telling her, leave me alone. Every time I blocked her, she made a new number. I made numerous police reports, bro. I have them all. Hold on, because I got all my paperwork. I never played. Hold on, y'all. This is the first thing I'm going to show, because they dead ass said that when Jayla got killed, that I ran and left her in the parking lot. Y'all, I did CPR on a dead body. What the fuck? Why bitches want to speak on shit that they don't know nothing about? Brittany pulled up with another girl. It was 2 of them. So when the news reported that 2 girls ran, it was them 2, not me. I was still in the parking lot. This says, we reviewed the small portion of the video that was made available. It showed 4 people in the center of the parking lot, 2 wearing light colored clothing and 2 wearing dark colored clothing, all parties to be in arm's reach of each other. It appears that one of the parties wearing light colored clothing shoots the victim who was wearing dark clothing. The victim falls to the ground. The other party that was with the shooter walked to the rear of the parked vehicle, put her putty up, and picked something up, possibly the tip tag from the kid that was vandalized. Both suspects then ran from the parking lot out of camera view. Mind y'all, they just been saying this whole time that I opened the door for her. How I opened the door and we in the parking lot? Bro, I'm gonna finish this when I calm down, because I'm dead ass.
I'm too nosy. because I don't know what's going on, but it was a lot.
My partner and I just had our third session of couples therapy, and our goal for the week is to spend 30 minutes together for the week. We started off talking about 30 minutes a day, and I told her how I brought this up in the past, and I told him that 30 minutes a day with me would be great. I would absolutely love it. And she's like, you know what, let's take it down to a week. Once this week, I just 30 minutes a week to make it easy for him. Am I overreacting by feeling like that's nothing? Like, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong, and I'm just so unbearable that you can't spend 30 minutes a day with me. But I guess we'll spend 30 minutes a week together this week, and
you need to spend 30 minutes printing out some divorce papers, because 30 minutes a week your husband can't be around you? That's crazy. All right, y'all. That's the show. Pray for these people. Inspiration's on the way.
Doesn't live in it. It hits you, I know. God created time, put man in time, but he doesn't live in time, he lives in eternity. So God looks at our life and sees the beginning and the end already. This is why we call him the Alpha and the Omega. So it's not that God is taking his time, it's you're providing God with a deadline on when you expect for him to do what you want him to do in your time, but he's outside of time. You have to be careful when you're praying to God about time, because he doesn't live in it, he's not restricted by it, he's not held by it, we are. He's outside of time. We're in time. Can we go a little deeper? I want us to see these foundational texts. I could not compact or compartmentalize these into just one, so we have three foundational texts that are better going to corroborate my claim. I want for us to see this. Exodus chapter 9, verse 5. One verse. It says, and the Lord appointed a set, what's that word? Time. Saying, tomorrow the Lord shall do this thing in the land. Put a mental bookmark on appointed. Now, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, it says, there is, what's that word? A time for some things. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. See, a part of biblical intelligence is when you understand that time is in measurements, but seasons are in manifestations. You measure time, months, weeks, that's measurements. Seasons are manifestations. It's easier for you to recognize the seasons because it's manifested in the atmosphere. You can recognize we're in the season of fall because leaves are falling and the wind is getting a little more brisk. So it's not hard necessarily to recognize seasons, but timing is a little different. Our last foundational scripture, we're really going to park right here greatly, probably for the rest of this sermonic presentation. Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. I've never saw this before. I read this story so many times. I never saw this until last week. Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. It says, now Jericho was securely shut up because of the children of Israel. None went out and none came in. And the Lord said to Joshua, see, I have given Jericho into your hand, its king and the mighty men of valor. This tripped me out. It's securely shut up. Nobody could go in and nobody could come out. And God's like, see, that's proof it's yours. Because with God, sometimes you enter seasons to where it's not what it looks like. The door is closed, but it's not closed for you. It's not what it looks like. It's shut up, but that doesn't mean it's not yours. It's not what it looks like. This is why we walk by faith and not by sight. I know they're not hiring, but it's not what it looks like. I know they're not accepting everybody, but it's not what it looks like. Because my children live under the law of exception. This means it can happen to everybody except me. I don't have time to bother that. Verse 3, you shall march around the city, all you men of war. You shall go all around the city once. This you shall do 6 days. I told my media team, I want us to see these images of, just imagine you have to walk around something this big. And it says, and 7 priests shall bear 7 trumpets of ram's horn before the ark. But the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow the trumpets, and it shall come to pass when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when you hear the sound of the trumpet, that all the people shall shout with a great shout. Then the wall of the city will fall down flat. Meaning you're not going to have to fight. You just got to praise for this one. And the people shall go up, every man straight before him. Then Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said to them, take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horn before the ark of the Lord. He said to the people, proceed and march around the city, and let him who is armed advance before the ark of the Lord. So it was, when Joshua had spoken to the people, that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horn before the Lord advanced and blew the trumpets, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them. The armed men went before the priest who blew the trumpets, and the rear guard after the ark, while the priest continued blowing the trumpets. Now Joshua commanded the people, saying, you shall not shout or make any noise with your voice. Somebody say, shut up. Okay. Nor shall a word proceed out of your mouth until the day I say to you, shout, then you shall shout. Verses of emphasis, the segments of scripture that I would like to bring to your attention and your awareness begins at the beginning of verse 5 in Exodus chapter 9, where the text tells us the Lord appointed a set time. The Lord appointed a set time. Appointed, a point. The root word in appoint is point. So the Lord has a point in your life that has been set for you to meet. Appointed. Warren, come here. I want them to see this. It's God saying there's a point that I have already set. Just hold up the clock for it. Come up here, you can get into the light. So God is saying, I have already set a point for you to meet. Now, here's the part that we don't like to think about, because everybody always says, it's the timing of God, it's the timing of God, it's the time. Okay, that's not totally incorrect, but it is incomplete. This is the point that God has appointed for you, or let's say it like this. 2 o'clock is your appointment. But what you do at 6 o'clock, okay, we're going to lose all the amens because we want to put the timing all on God. Okay, you can make decisions at 6 that cause you to live here 40 years. Let me give you Bible. Y'all can see this. Okay, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 17. Let's put this on the screen so y'all can see this. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 17. It says, do not be overly wicked, and do not be a fool. Why die before your time? Okay, so watch this. Why die before your point? Are you getting this? You can make choices at 9 o'clock to continue to date somebody that is not God's will for your life end up blaming God why this man or this sister, y'all been together 14 years and it's the same trauma, the same drama, the same pain. Your point has not changed. It's just you haven't. Is this making sense? So it's not that we delay the timing of God. Stop preaching that. It's not Bible. It's that we are disobedient to God to where we make our trip that was supposed to be 11 days to the promised land, we make it 40 years. Is this making sense? Can I go a little deeper? For anybody who feels like they're waiting, could it be because you are literally doing nothing at each point? So at each point, since you're doing nothing, the wait feels more weighty. But if you were to maximize the use of your time, as you're maximizing the use of your time, you will collide with your point. Is this making sense? All right, so if there is a such thing as a appointed time, that must mean by default that there's a such thing as being premature. Okay? If there's a such thing as an appointed time, that must mean there's a such thing as you not being ready or they're not being ready. Because there's a difference between getting ready and being ready. Can we talk? Your arms good? Can we talk? Okay. Getting ready and being ready are not the same. When you are ready, if you give birth right now to what God put on the inside of you, your baby will live. Because you are ready. If you're getting ready, if you give birth to what God put on the inside of you right now, it will die. Because it's underdeveloped or premature. See, the knowledge of trimesters is for us to be aware of timing and development. Conception to 12 weeks, that's first trimester. 13 weeks to 27 weeks, that's the second trimester. 28 weeks to 40 weeks, that's the third trimester. Why do you have that information? So you could know where you are during this development process. This is why comparison, competing, and emulation are so stupid. Especially in the body of Christ. Because you could end up competing, which will cause for you to give birth in your first trimester because you're mentally competing with somebody on social media who's in the third. So now you're experiencing pain because you lost something because you're competing with somebody who's in the third trimester while you're just in the first. There's a such thing as an appointed time. There's a such thing as it's not time, which means there's a difference between no and not yet. This is so good, y'all. I hope y'all are getting this. See, it's only the immature that get upset over not yet. If I call Warren and I say, hey, bro, remember I'm supposed to come over today. We're supposed to do that video. And he says, no, Crystal's still asleep. I'm watching the children. Not yet. I would say, okay, cool, just let me know. Now, if I tell Jay, he's like, Daddy, are we going over Uncle Warren's house so I can play with Kai? Not yet. Why are we always saying no? Why? I'm ready to go. It's taking so long. What, right? Because the immature view the not yet of the Father as no. This is so good. When you mature, you recognize not yet means it's not 2. It's not 2 o'clock yet. Last thing I want you to see, then I'll give your arms a rest. I want us to fully understand this. The distance between petition and manifestation is obedience and maximizing the use of your time. Please hear me. The distance between petition, that's what you're asking God for, and manifestation, that's when God reveals to you yes or no. The distance between petition and manifestation is maximizing the use of your time and obedience, which means you can't rush 2 o'clock. You can't rush your appointment. If you decide to show up early, say you go to your doctor's appointment at 9 a.m., but your appointment's at 2 p.m. What do you look like mad that the doctor hasn't seen you at 12 p.m.? I wonder, is there anybody frustrated with God because he won't squeeze you in?